Hey guys, I'm Kenny.
I'm Byron.
And we're gardeners over here at the US Botanic Garden in DC.
And we're here today to show you how to make Christmas topiaries.
Mostly natural products.
We have a form right here made out of rebar with a chicken wire over it and then stuffed with oasis in order to hold the frame and hold shape.
We want to stuff so we have that nice, we want to have that, keep the structure firm, and we want to have that stability so when we put our leaves on top of it, it'll hold that form.
And what is this?
This is our chicken wire, and this is a styrofoam cone, which saved us time instead of cutting all the oasis pieces, so we could be a quicker finished project.
But if you were to do this on a smaller scale at home, you could absolutely just use the styrofoam cone. This is good for us because we can take this apart and reuse it year after year.
So tell me a little bit more about what materials you've used here to make the final product.
We used preserved magnolia leaves, which we then spray painted metallic gold. They came in this kind of hunter green color. And then after that we took apart a cranberry garland and used that to create some texture. Kenny?
Should we start doing this now?
Yeah, well, and how did you attach things?
So these are all, each individual leaf is attached with these small pins, which are called greening pins, which you can easily use florist wire and bend into U-shape, which will give you the same effect to hold the leaves in place.
And at that point, are you just attaching each leaf, or kind of how are you doing the process of putting it all together?
We do it row by row, and we just try to cover the pins as we go over each layer, so at the finished product it doesn't look like it's, it's a little bit more staggered.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You want to have each leaf covered, you want to have all the pins hidden, and you want to give it a nice effect where the leaves are draping down, so you start from the bottom and then work your way to the top. Each leaf is covering each pin that is hiding.
Yeah. Well, you want to give us an example of kind of putting some on the new topiary there?
So we don't go right to the bottom because we're going to hide the bottom with plants later on.
And the best thing to do is probably use larger leaves at the base and then slowly work up to medium size and smaller as you go to the top.
Now some spots that are open, you can also kind of cheat a little bit and go to the sides to hold it in there.
Do you have an estimate of how many leaves you're using for one of these?
We're using about 100 leaves.
About 100 leaves, and this one in particular is what, about
5 feet tall.
5 feet tall. It's a little hard to see because we've got it setting up on a piece there, but yeah, if we scoot back a little bit, you can see. And how many of these are you making for the holiday show this year?
We have 12 of these for the holiday show this year.
12 of these. So this is kind of finishing up the batch, and if you want to see them in person and get some ideas for your own decorations in your own garden, you can come to the US Botanic Garden, and starting Thanksgiving Day our holiday show opens, and it runs through January 1st. And we'd like to thank Kenny and Byron for giving us a little how-to behind the scenes here of some of the decorations. Thanks, guys.
Anytime. Thank you.